This episode of the Central Valley Music Educators podcast is sponsored by J.H. Tackett Marketing in Hanford. They offer worldwide printing at your fingertips. Find out more at jhtacketmarketing.com.
Welcome to the Central Valley Music Educators Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Bentley. On this week's show, I'm on location in the exhibit hall at the California All-State Music Educators Conference in Fresno. We'll have the chance to talk to some of the attendees and even some special guests. You can follow the podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Google, YouTube, or wherever you download your favorite shows. You can also listen on our website at cvmepodcast.com. Our next guest that we have with us is Zoe, and she teaches in Kerman. Zoe, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's awesome. Where do you teach in Kerman?
I teach at two elementary schools. One is Goldenrod and the other is Liberty.
Okay, and what's your focus area? Is it band, choir, jazz? What do you teach?
I teach K through 6 general ed, general music, and then I also teach choir and band.
Oh, you've got your plate full for sure. And so this is your first year. Is this your first year at CASMEC?
This is my first year at CASMEC.
And what do you think so far?
I love it so much. I've learned so many things. I've taken so much advice from all the clinics. It's been so amazing.
That's great. What's been your favorite clinic so far?
This morning I went to a music tech clinic, and there were so many awesome free websites that I can use for all my lessons, even ones with all my kindergartners. Like, they're going to have so much fun now.
That's great. Your kids are lucky to have you. Zoe, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we're here with our friend Sarah. Sarah, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Sarah, where do you teach?
I teach in San Carlos.
San Carlos, okay. And is this your first CASMEC conference that you've been to?
This is not my first CASMEC. I think it's the third or fourth time I've been here.
Okay. So what have been some of your favorite sessions so far at the conference?
I really enjoyed a clinic on creating combos in a jazz setting just this afternoon with a good friend of mine, Tony Marvelli, today. That was great. I learned a lot.
That's great. And are you here with other folks from your district or area?
I have a lot of friends from the Bay Area that are around. A bunch of us came down. I think I might be the only representative from my school district, though.
Well, that's great. Well, I thank you for joining us, and I hope that you have a wonderful conference and enjoy the concerts.
Thanks so much. You too.
We're here with Cindy Needham from Kern County. How are you doing, Cindy?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Hey, what school do you teach at?
I teach at Greenfield Middle School in Bakersfield, California.
That's great. And how's your CASMEC experience been so far?
It's been awesome. I came last year the first time, and it was nice to start off with, but this year there's been a lot more sessions, and I feel like I've gotten a lot more out of it this year. What
has been your favorite session that you've attended so far?
Ooh. I went to a couple of the Robert Sheldon sessions, and he was amazing. He was really informational, but it was relatable as well.
You said that this is your second CASMEC that you've attended. What words of advice would you give to educators listening who maybe haven't been? What would you do to encourage them to come to Sacramento next year?
I would definitely say check out, like, on the website or the app, look through the sessions. If you're someone who teaches multiple subjects like I do, band and choir, try to get as many of both as you can. But also just come in with an open mind, because there's going to be stuff that maybe doesn't relate directly to your subject that may still be really informational.
All right. Well, Cindy, thank you for stopping by, and we look forward to seeing your groups perform this spring.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're here with Roger. Roger, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Roger, where do you teach?
I teach out in Kerman. I teach elementary at Sun Empire Elementary and Kerman Floyd Elementary.
Awesome, and what subjects do you teach?
I have a TK through 6 program, and then in 5th grade, they either choose the percussion route, the band route, or the choir route.
And how long have you been teaching?
This is my 5th year. I'm going to complete my 5th year teaching.
Your 5th year. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
That's great. So there's a lot of exhibits and everything here at CASMEC, but I know that the sessions are really important to a lot of people. What are some of the sessions that you've attended?
So far, I've gone to the choral reading session on the very first day. I just finished up one on like making a community songbook of like different languages, and right now I'm looking forward to like this motivating like young bands in rehearsals one. So I'm looking forward to that one right now.
What have you seen in the exhibit hall that has interested you?
Always the Perry pole stand. So many fun things to like play with and like to buy. I always try to get something new, take it back to my kids, and I'm just like, look at this neat little frog I got, or like this new little elephant, and they're just like, where did you get that? I'm like, oh, I got it here. Like, can I try it? No, you can't. It's mine.
Well, that's great, Roger. I hope you enjoyed the conference. Thank you. Okay, well, we're here with Dylan. Dylan, how are you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Dylan, what are you doing these days? Where are you teaching?
I'm student teaching at Sheldon High School down in Elk Grove through the credential program in Sac State.
So, Dylan, is this your first time at CASMEC?
Yes, this is my first time attending the conference.
And what have you enjoyed so far?
Really networking with a ton of people, a ton of professionals throughout the industry that have been giving me a lot of advice about how to proceed with first years and getting jobs and all that.
That's great. And what's been your favorite session so far?
There was one at noon that was about inclusivity and equity in the musical classroom, and just to include with diversity and equity with inclusion in students.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's great. Well, I hope you have a great time at CASMEC and enjoy the concerts.
Thank you. Yeah.
We're here with Janet Tempest, and Janet, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Rob?
Good. Janet, where are you teaching now?
I'm out at Sanger High School in Sanger, California.
Sanger High School, great. And I know you're not a first-timer to CASMEC. You've been volunteering and doing various things for years. But have you been able to attend any sessions?
Not yet, only because I'm working transportation this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely intend on going to some, and everything looks very exciting this year.
Well, that's great. You know, having worked in student chaperoning and stuff, I know what a commitment that is. And on behalf of all the organizations here, I'd like to thank you for your dedication and helping make this event happen, because it would not happen without all the chaperones such as yourself.
Thank you. The kids deserve everything we can give them.
All right. Well, have a great conference.
Thank you.
Okay, we're here with our friend David Betancourt. How are you doing, David?
Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
Hey, David, you've been teaching a while. Where do you teach, and for how long have you been teaching?
Oof. Okay, so I teach at Cerritos College down by the LA area. I have been teaching there for 24 years, but I've been teaching since 1991.
Nice.
So I'm not good at math, but do the math, Common Core math, you'll figure it out.
Hey, so you've been in a role with CMEA doing various jobs and stuff. What is your current role with CMEA?
My current role is the president for the CMEA Southeastern section. So I oversee that group of individuals who are trying to serve our community.
Awesome. And what is your favorite part about attending CASMEC and volunteering?
I think it's the ability to serve our members, to be able to serve not just our membership, but all the educators who are here. That to me is so gratifying. And also just networking, but bumping into friends who you haven't seen, for sometimes years. Even though you might work even in the same area, mm-hmm. and you're just so busy. And here we dedicate the time and the space, not just to learn, but to reconnect. And it's such a great feeling. It's very empowering.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite part too, networking with friends that I've seen and other parts of the state that I only get to see at CASMEC. It's just a wonderful experience. Hey, thank you for your time, and thank you for volunteering for CMEA, and I hope you have a great conference.
Thank you so much, and now I've made a new friend. Thank you, Bob.
Okay, we're here with my niece. Yeah, Family Matters, right? My niece Lindsay is a senior music major at Fresno State, and she's helping out with CASMEC and attending some of these sessions. Lindsay, can you tell us a little bit about some of the sessions that you've gone to?
Well, so far, it's been really, really interesting. This is my first time coming to CASMEC. Unfortunately, I wish I got to make more of the time I had in the past years that it's been in Fresno. However, this is really neat. This is my first time seeing everything in the exhibit hall thus far. but very cool. So much stuff out here. This has kind of been the highlight because this is my first day of CASMEC today, actually. But we did catch the San Francisco brass band rehearsal earlier, and that was pretty incredible to be able to hear brass players in that capacity. It was pretty moving, honestly. So.
That's great. And as an aspiring music educator, I know you're getting ready to wrap up your senior year with the recital and such. What are you looking forward to as far as becoming a music educator?
Ooh. So I've actually gotten to work with the Clovis North Band recently in the past couple of years as a music coach for their percussion program, which has been a delight. It's been so much fun, and really makes me realize the impact that music educators here, specifically in the Valley, have, but just in general. And it's really, really special to create these connections with kids and actually have an impact on them, especially from the Central Valley where I'm from. I'm from Hanford. So being able to do that in our own communities is pretty special. You know, I was that one kid that needed that, and here I am kind of making those steps to make the changes in the lives for other kids. So, yeah.
That's so awesome. Well, Lindsay, I'm very proud of you, and I know you're going to make a great music teacher.
Thank you so much.
Well, I'd like to welcome to the show Lauren. Lauren, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Have you been enjoying CASMEC so far?
It's been so fun. We watched the San Francisco brass band rehearse. It was very cool to see everyone working together, and cool to see everyone enjoying watching that.
And have you had a chance to meet some of the people here at CASMEC?
Yeah, I have. It's been cool meeting new people who are enthusiastic about music and about inspiring more musicians who are students of theirs.
All right, Lauren, well, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show. You're very brave, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you, you too.
I'd like to welcome to the show Nora Alstead. How are you doing, Nora?
I'm doing great, Rob.
Are you enjoying CASMEC this year?
I am loving it. It's so good to be back in person.
Awesome. You know, you've been here in the Valley for a number of years. Where are you currently teaching?
So I am now in Farmersville. I am teaching K-3 general music at two different schools. Hester Elementary, which is a K1, and then Snowden Elementary, which is a 2-3, and it's a fabulous position because I spend a week at one school and then the next week at the other. I have a classroom at both schools, super supportive administration. And be honest, it's nice to not have to fundraise because they are fully supporting us financially.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So here at CASMEC 2023 in Fresno, what are some of the sessions that you've attended that have really stood out to you?
So my favorite so far has been a session that was entitled Your Name is a Song, and I can't wait to get back to the classroom next week and implement some of the things we did in there.
Have you been to any of the concerts? I know there's a number of concerts going on in the afternoons and evenings. What about concerts?
I have been to a couple of the concerts. Of course, the jazz concert last night was fabulous. But I have to say it's been wonderful to see elementary music in the lobby and to see one of our Central Valley folks, to see Early Mart there with Ms. Kathy Hernandez. That was so awesome yesterday to see that and hear that.
Yeah, that was. I caught some of that performance before I grabbed lunch, and it's great that CMEA is including some of the classroom music elements. You know, when we think of CASMEC, we think of the outstanding high school and university groups, but there's such an important emphasis on classroom music that I think is important for people to see too. Now, especially as we're rebuilding from post-COVID, a lot of school districts will be adding classroom music, so I think that exposure to the possibilities is really important.
Yeah, to have music K-12 is just so exciting, and to see in the Central Valley all the job postings that are already starting to happen. You know, again, I have taught kindergarten through 12th grade most of my time as a middle school band and choir director, but I'll tell you, Rob, it is so wonderful to be back at the elementary level and kids' first exposure to music. And, you know, in this post-COVID world, the importance on SEL, well, I don't think there's any better SEL than to have kids come to music a couple times a week.
Exactly. Hey, Walt North, thanks for stopping by. It's always a pleasure talking to you, and I hope you have a great conference.
Thank you, you too, Rob.
I'd like to welcome to the show Jeanette Tackett of J.H. Tackett Marketing in Hanford, a longtime supporter of CMEA and also one of our proud sponsors of the Central Valley Music Educators podcast. Welcome to the show, Jeanette.
Thank you for having me today.
You have been a big part of CMEA and CASMEC. Can you tell us about your involvement selling merchandise and helping promote the event?
I guess it all started back when my oldest daughter, who's now almost 30, made music. And I think it was because of Rob Bentley that happened. And the adventure started. So we started our print business approximately 20 years ago, and we've been printing for all of the bands, associations, and then it's expanded into the CMEAs and the TKMEAs and the SVWAAs and the CASMECs and bands and high schools and middle schools, and we've just taken it from there and been big supporters of music.
And what's your involvement with CASMEC this year? I noticed you have a booth over there.
We do. We bring on the merch so that all the kids can take home the memory of attending the event. And so we've been printing for CASMEC now for about 10 years or more. A couple of years ago, we started actually setting up at the booth and bringing on a bunch of different types of merchandise, and then manning the booth to help the teachers be able to be where they need to be with the students.
What kind of products do you offer at J.H. Tackett Marketing that could help out a band or a choir director?
One is our communication. So when we start the process, we're going to hold your hand all the way through so we can help you with the design of your art for your t-shirt, your hoodies, your polos, whatever you'd like to be able to print that on. We can provide you with banners and signs. We've done the parade signs. We've done pop-up tents and promotional items and bags and pens, and so anything that you can think of. You have our website that you could go to at jhtackettmarketing.com, and you can see over 3 million products that we can help promote your band to.
That's wonderful. Well, Jeanette, I'd like to thank you for your support of the Central Valley Music Educators podcast. You mean so much to me, and our friendship is dear, and I just want to thank you for your participation in the CASMEC conference.
Thank you so much.
Well, we're delighted to have on the show Alicia Wells. Alicia, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm so great. I'm really happy to be here, Rob. This is my first podcast.
Hey, well, there's a first time for everything. But I know this is not your first CASMEC that you've been to. And actually, this year you were a presenter. Can you tell us a little bit about the workshop that you presented?
Sure thing. I presented yesterday morning at 9 a.m. with one of my former teachers, actually, Dr. Robert Frelly. I attended Chapman University early on in my career, my collegiate career, and have kept in touch with him. And over the years, he's really mentored me. And anyway, long story short, we decided to present together. And the topic was work smarter, not harder. Now, I sort of laugh at this title because I do like to work hard. And I know that a lot of my colleagues feel the same. But I have learned so much about how I have made a lot of mistakes and learned from my mistakes, right? And so we just wanted to share a few tips about just balancing, number one, balancing work and life. Number two, about when you get the word no from your administrators, how to turn that around into a positive. And also how to build a community, like with your students, of course, your boosters, and how to get the best product out of the people that are supposed to support you, how to delegate tasks so that everything is not on your to-do list. That's a big one. And also how to prioritize tasks. So that was a little bit about that.
Well, that's wonderful. So I assume you had like a handout or something like that. How could people contact you to get that information, more information about burnout and such from you? Can they email you, or how can they contact you?
Yeah, that's great. I'd love for people to email me at alicia.wells@fresnocitycollege.edu, and that's ELISHA. I'd be happy to send the slides as well as the handout, and I'm going to make sure it's on the website for CASMEC so people can go and access it there as well.
Well, that's wonderful. I can also add it as a show link on this episode. So, Alicia, the CASMEC conference is so important, and now that we have Prop 28 passed and we're looking for more educators, I'm looking out here at all these All-Staters, and I'm hoping and praying that they go in to college and learn how to be a music educator and share the music with you. Can you tell us a little bit about your program at Fresno City and things that you do to encourage potential music majors?
Oh, for sure. The program at City is really geared toward our future music educators, in the sense that we encourage them and collaborate. We encourage them to get into the community, come to this conference, work with and learn from other local band directors, choir directors, orchestra directors, while they're still at City College. During the time that they're taking their classes, we host a festival there, and my students are actively involved in that festival. They're watching the clinics, they're setting up, they're learning how to run a festival, but they're also getting that feedback, which is really, really important, just to be in the room. Not only that, but I'm going to tell you, Rob, I feel like I want to prove to my students every day why music education is so important. And so not only do I put high standards on myself to perform as a musician, but bringing that and connecting it to why we do what we do in the classroom is what I want to do every single day. And I hope and pray that our City College students go out and do the same thing. Music is not just for entertainment, it's for soul building, it's for community, it's for humanity. And I don't mean to get too philosophical, but man, this podcast is making me feel things here.
You're on the right track for sure. Well, Alicia, we thank you for all the work that you do, not only for the students at your school, but all the schools in the Central San Joaquin Valley and beyond. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
We're here with Christine. Christine, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Christine, where do you teach?
I teach at Porterville High School in Porterville.
Good old Porterville.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Hey, you've been to a few of these conferences before. What have you enjoyed about CASMEC 2023?
Let me tell you, Rob, this is my first CASMEC conference ever.
Awesome.
And I am so just amazed because I can't believe I've missed out on this. And it's been a wonderful, life-changing experience to meet all these people and network with all these people and see all these opportunities.
So the opportunities, have you seen any of the groups rehearsing? Or I know there's big performances coming up, but have you watched some of the groups in rehearsal?
I have, yes. Well, I brought 6 students here to be part of the Choral Leadership Academy. And so I've been through those workshops. I've heard them rehearsing because they are putting themselves into these madrigal groups. And so it's a lot of fun for them to rehearse in that.
Yeah, I actually heard them outside as I was walking over here.
Yep, everybody, they're heard all over the place. So it's really neat. And I've heard the All-State rehearsals, and it's just been really, really wonderful. I'm going to be going to that at 2. Because I have one student in All-State as well, in the All-State SATB ensemble.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
It was all her.
So, being that this is your first CASMEC experience, what would you say to music educators who didn't know that this was happening to encourage them to come next time?
Absolutely come here. You're going to have experiences and realize what things are out there, how it can enhance your teaching, how it can just enhance your life. Make just opening doors everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. I have so many dear friends that I see every year when I come to these conferences, and it's always so neat to see all the kids. We've had a few kids on the show talking about their experiences, and just see their eyes light up when they talk about how much fun they're having with their guest conductors and hanging out with new friends. It's awesome.
My students that are in the Choral Leadership Academy were talking last night about how they're forever changed. They're forever changed with their life in choral music, whether they go into music education or whether they just continue in choir as part of life. They are forever changed because of it.
Well, that's fantastic. Christine, thank you for coming on the show, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the conference.
Fun. Thanks, Rob.
All right, well, we have an all-state students with us here today. We have Isabella. Isabella, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Isabella, which group are you playing in?
I'm playing in the junior high school concert band.
In the junior high school concert band. Congratulations. What an honor. What school are you from?
I am from the Orange County School of the Arts.
Awesome. And what have you enjoyed so far about the playing in the all-state band?
I enjoy like doing like a residential camp, I guess, because it's more of like an experience because you get to stay with people and it's more like interactive, I guess, in a way.
Well, that's great. I congratulate you on your selection to the All-State Band, and I hope you have a wonderful concert.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we have another All-State student with us. Chelsea, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Which All-State group are you in?
Middle school concert band.
You're in the middle school concert band. And what school do you attend?
Orange County School of the Arts.
Awesome. You have a lot of students from your school in the bands. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite experience about the All-State band so far?
To live with different people and get to know them. It's really fun to play with like different kind of instrument, and our band is like really big. Yeah, so it's really fun.
That's good. What's your favorite song that you'll be performing?
Center Ring, it's called. Yeah.
That's great. Well, you have a fantastic concert, and thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we have another All-State student with us, Nari. Nari, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Which group are you playing in?
Middle school concert band?
So you're also in the middle school concert band. And what school do you go to?
OSHA, Orange County School of the Arts.
That's great. And what have you enjoyed about the All-State experience so far?
I could make new friends and practice more, and enjoy music.
Well, that's great. You have a fantastic concert. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
We have with us Gemma, who is in the All-State groups. Gemma, what group are you in?
I'm in the junior high concert.
You're in the junior high concert band. And what school do you represent?
I go to Orchard Hills Middle School.
That's awesome. And what's been your favorite experience about the All-State band so far?
I love sharing a room with like some of my friends, and it's just really good meeting all these musicians that have the same passions as I do.
That's great. Well, what's your favorite tune that you've been working on?
I would have to say it's Rippling Water. Yeah.
Rippling Waters. Well, I know you're going to have a fantastic concert. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you, of course.
Well, we have another student with us, an All-Stater. His name is Alex. And Alex, what school are you from?
I am from La Jolla High.
La Jolla High School. And where's that located?
Around the San Diego area.
Awesome. And which group are you participating in the All-State?
The junior high choir.
The junior high choir. That's wonderful. And how are you? Are you enjoying your time with the conductor and the other students? What's some have been your favorite parts?
Yeah, I think they're all wonderful. They all know what they're doing. It's very beautiful. Some of the pieces are amazing. Like, if you listen to them, it would just melt your heart.
And what's your favorite tune that you like to sing?
Probably just bass, because if I would and if I could, I would sing soprano, because I think they just make the most loveliest notes.
Well, that's great. Alex, congratulations on making All-State, and I hope you have a wonderful concert.
I hope you have a wonderful day as well.
We are here with All-Stater Sophia. Sophia, how are you doing today?
I'm great.
Good. You are in the All-State group. Which All-State group are you in?
I'm in Wind Symphony.
You're in the Wind Symphony, so that's Dr. Gilroy's group. What have you enjoyed so far about playing in the Wind Symphony?
Honestly, I don't know if everyone enjoyed this, but he's pushing us really hard, and I don't know, we're sounding like better than I ever imagined, and it's really nice that like everyone is coming together for so many hours and just working super, super hard, and we're gonna sound really good tonight.
Good. What school do you represent?
I'm from Maria Carrillo High School.
Awesome. Where's that located?
That's in Northern California in Santa Rosa.
That's great. Hey, thanks for coming on, and hope you have a successful concert.
You too.
Well, we have another All-Stater, Madison, with us. Madison, what school do you represent?
I represent Brea Linda High School.
And where's that located?
It's in Southern California, or also Orange County.
Oh, the OC.
Yeah.
Hey, what group are you performing in this weekend?
The Wind Symphony.
The Wind Symphony. So what is your favorite tune that you'll be performing?
Probably Frenzy. It's just so much fun with all like the different syncopation and stuff. It's just awesome.
That's great. So what's been your favorite part of CASMEC so far?
My favorite part has been like the high level of music that we're playing, but also all of the friendships that I've made. I've met so many cool people, and I just love how everyone's so motivated to like do their best and produce the best sound possible.
That's amazing. Hey, congratulations on your All-State selection, and have a great concert.
Thank you.
Well, we welcome to the show another All-Stater, Zach. Zach, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
I'm awesome. Hey, what school are you representing here?
I'm from Santiago High School in Corona, California.
Oh, Corona. Nice. Hey, which group are you performing in this weekend?
The Wind Symphony.
The Wind Symphony, Dr. Gilroy's group. Hey, what's your favorite selection that you'll be performing at the concert?
I really like Auguries of Innocence.
And what's your favorite part about that song?
I just like how much it differs. It goes into lots of different tempos, and there's so many different aspects to it that are super nice, like fast parts and then slow parts, really rhythmic and dissonance, and then at the very end it's like very nice solid chords.
That's great. So overall, the weekend, what's been your favorite part about hanging out with your friends?
I like just meeting new people and just having such great players in a single room, to the point where when we first played it, like you couldn't tell what the piece was supposed to sound like at all. And then now that we're probably going to perform an amazing concert just later this evening.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be an amazing concert. Congratulations, Zach.
Thank you.
Well, we're here with trumpet extraordinaire Wayne Bergeron. How you doing, Wayne?
I'm doing great. You introduced me just like my mother used to introduce me.
Just like your mother. How does she introduce you?
Just like that.
Just like that.
The best trumpet player in the world, my son.
Oh,
that's what you would say.
That's a proud mom right there.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Hey, Wayne, you're here at CASMEC. What are you doing hanging out with CASMEC, all the people here?
Well, I'm here to perform. One reason is to perform with the Long Beach State Band later this afternoon, and to play with the reading band, jazz band tomorrow. And my wife is the president of CAJ, and so those are all reasons I'm here. And I've done this before as well.
Yeah. Hey, you've done a lot of gigs. What have you been up to lately?
Well, I've had a couple of gigs with Gordon Goodwin's Big Fat Band. More recently, we were just in Casper, Wyoming, and we played out in Palm Desert, California, Saturday night. Been working on a couple of movies. This new Mario Brothers movie that's coming out, I did some sessions on that recently. That's the most recent thing. And the usual stuff I do, shows I do regularly. I do Family Guy and American Dad. Those are kind of regular bi-weekly shows for me that I record on. And I'm in and out of town. I'm going on a European tour this summer with the Stanford University Jazz Band. And stuff like that. Usual stuff. You know?
That's great. So you've been keeping busy.
Yeah, it's been really busy since.
What about Gordon Goodwin's band? How much playing have you been doing with them?
Well, we've been actually kind of busy lately. We did these 2 recent gigs, and then we've done. We were up at Yoshi's in Oakland just a few weeks ago, and I know he's getting a lot of new music, so he must be preparing. He hasn't said officially, but we'll probably be doing another recording project soon. And we've been involved with other projects as well. Gordon, there's a San Francisco quartet. It's a string quartet, and they're doing the music of Raymond Scott. You know the music you hear in cartoons and stuff. And so it's like this string quartet meets a Big Fat Band, and we're in the mixing stages of that now. And it's really a great fun project. Really difficult music, as you can imagine.
Yeah, that's great. So outside of the music, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Well, I'm kind of a bit of a recording engineer and stuff myself, so I'm in the process. We're building a studio at my house in the backyard. Nice. So, matter of fact, they start building on Monday, so I'm excited about that. And but I'll probably be out there doing some of that work. I know how to do. I'm handy enough to be dangerous, so I can drywall, and so that's kind of stuff I enjoy doing, though. And I hike. My wife and I are kind of avid hikers. Never thought I would say that in my life, but after I got cancer and was coming back from that stuff, I started exercising and just trying to get healthier, and so that's something I really enjoy doing. I love being outdoors and being in the mountains. And
that's great. Well, we'd like to thank you for stopping by, Wayne. We definitely enjoy your music, and we love hanging out with you.
All right, Rob. Well, thanks very much, man.
Well, we're excited to have with us Mr. Ryan Dirlam, who is the CASMEC Coordinator for 2023 in Fresno. How are you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing pretty great. How are you doing, Rob?
I'm doing fantastic. This has been such a great event, and I want to thank everybody at CMEA and CBDA for inviting me to do the show here in the exhibit hall. It's been great to meet so many people. So, how has CASMEC 2023 been going? How's things been going?
You know, it's actually been a pretty smooth conference overall. There's always logistical hiccups, especially when you're trying to move 1,600 students and all around Fresno from 17 different hotels and 4 different areas of Fresno with like 7 or 8 different venues. There's always going to be some hiccups with that, and our team has been awesome at making the changes they need to and rising over the adversity that is presented us. So we're very excited to see so many music educators come here. It's some large numbers from what we saw last year. We had a pretty big increase. So that's really comforting as we are starting to look into our future year, because this is our last year in Fresno, and it was awesome to bring over our new ensemble, the Golden State Ensemble for CBDA, featuring students from small schools in Title I. And so it's a great way to have it be a send-off for us to be leaving Fresno and thanking them for the wonderful opportunities they provided us and memories as educators and students. And we're looking forward to where we're heading next year.
Well, speaking of next year, let's do this. Let's tell our listeners what's up for CASMEC 2024.
CASMEC 2024, 25, and 26, we are headed to the state's capital. We're headed out to Sacramento. Downtown Sacramento has an amazing convention center that was just renovated within the past year. We are going to be taking over the Hyatt Hotel and also the Sheridan Grand also, and it's right across. It's just a walk across one street and you're already in the convention center. Tons of space, tons of square footage, a lot of great opportunities for our GPEs, which are our guest performing ensembles within that space. We're going to be using the Veterans Memorial Auditorium that's right next to the convention center, and that's where we're going to be having all of our performances. It seats about 3,000 people, so it's even bigger than Soroyan has. So we're really looking forward to it. One of the things that I'm super pumped about is that we actually will have restaurants that are open at nighttime around the convention. Even better, I'll do you one more. Saturday, there's actually restaurants that are open all day and night. So we're super pumped about that.
Yeah, that's definitely an improvement over downtown Fresno. Fresno's been great to be able to host, especially after coming back from San Jose. We've been able to make it work. But on behalf of all of the music educators in California, I'd like to thank you and your entire staff for working so hard to make this conference such a memorable event, students and staff. It's just been awesome.
Thanks, Rob. And I definitely want to give a shout out to all the people that worked on any of our teams, whether it was for Allstate or for logistics, presidents of all 5 organizations and all of their boards for helping to make this work. Trish Adams, you're the GOAT. You're the best that we have to offer for getting us through all of this stuff. And also I want to thank the crews over at Soroyan, at Valdez, and then the Fresno Entertainment Convention Center people. Philip's been awesome with helping us make sure that this is a very smooth thing. And I also want to give a shout out to Jeff Queen and the partnership we have with Yamaha Corporation of America. They provide hundreds of thousands of dollars of equipment for our All-State students to be able to use Yamaha equipment. And we are just extremely grateful for that partnership. And we're looking forward to taking all of this on the road and getting out to Sacramento and kind of getting to expand our elbows a little bit and have some more room and a little bit more fun.
All right, Ryan, thanks for coming on the show, and we'll look forward to hearing more from you about CASMEC 2024 and beyond. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thanks, Rob.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'd like to thank J.H. Tackett Marketing in Hanford for sponsoring this episode of the Central Valley Music Educators Podcast. If you're interested in sponsoring a future episode of the show, or you have a show topic that you'd be interested in hearing about, please contact me at cvmepodcast@gmail.com. If you enjoyed the show, please consider leaving a review, sharing on social media, or telling a friend. For more information about the show, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube at Central Valley Music Educators Podcast or at CVME Podcast. Have a great week.